Welcome to the Matt and Colin Show, the best place for refreshing craft beer news with an extra shot of what the f*** news stories.
So it's getting cold outside and you don't have anything to wear. Stop by our website and pick up a new hoodie for yourself for Christmas or for Thanksgiving or for any reason whatsoever.
Let's get this started.
Welcome to the Matt and Colin Show. Take 2. My name is Matt, as always.
I'm Matt.
There's a nice shadow on the back. On Colin's door, right there.
That is my door.
Yep. I got shadows everywhere.
Oh, and I'm Colin. Hello.
Yeah, that's Colin. As the little as the little pop-up bubble informs you.
That's how we know things.
Yep. So this week, as you can tell, we're doing it back to old school style.
Yeah, we're just trying to get the kinks out of the other setup so far. So just want to get maybe a table and better lighting and all that kind of jazz. So
The lighting is definitely the key issue.
we only have minimal amount of daylight here when the sun goes down at 4:30. So
Yep.
as of right now, it's pitch black out and it's
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So there you go.
Yeah. But we don't stop making this content, even when we have stipulations come up and potentially mess things up.
And this week we got a guest here in the background.
Oh
Jake
yeah,
from
we got Jake.
Jake from Adventure Time, my little stuffed animal dude, has decided to pop in and say hi. He's
Hello,
behind me, just chilling.
He's trying to stay out of the picture, that way he's blurred.
Yeah, I blurred my background because it was just one of those things with Discord that you can just pop a filter on. So I was like, oh, that looks cool. So
That's
for the
quite
video watchers out there, you get to see that kind of weirdness.
nice. Yeah. Speaking of weirdness, make sure to like this weird video and tell all your friends about it, because it's pretty wild. Follow the podcast on Spotify or subscribe on YouTube. Like the video. Check out the website. Plugs. Oh, all of our links for social media down in the description below. And
I think we're good.
yeah, follow us on Tapped. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I went first last week, so it's Colin's turn.
Okay. This week I tried to find a new kind of style I haven't had before. This is more like a British kind of style. From what I read about it, it's kind of their version of a pale ale, is what the description was telling me. It's Red Hook's Extra Special Bitter, ESB. That's probably backwards, but you get the gist.
Very good.
What I say is 5.8%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the IBUs on this one, but it's probably not too crazy. I've
Too
not
crazy.
tasted it yet. This beer smells very malty and very good though. So
I have tasted that beer before. I have an opinion on that beer.
I like it.
He likes it.
I like it.
I also like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you put if you got a pale ale and you probably put a little bit more maltiness into it. That's basically essentially what it tastes like. So it's a good good beer to pair with your dinner or something like that, or just casual sipping. Nothing for putting down with the boys or anything, but if you were in a gathering and we're trying to sip on some nice beers, it'd be perfect for it.
There you go.
What about you, bud?
Alright, so I have another Seattle brewery. It's not Red Hook, but it is Elysian, the Immortal IPA. Bada bing. It clocks in at 6.3%. It is a Immortal IPA. Yeah, so refreshing, hoppy, and well balanced. Does it say what kind of hops? No, it just says New World hop flavor and aroma. And I will say it does smell good. Kind of smells a little weird. Let's give her a taste. Ooh, whoa, okay.
Okay. Okay.
A little bit different than what I was expecting. Yeah, I think this is kind of in the line of what Colin's got. More of a sipper.
Yeah.
Like, definitely not one you want to like drink a lot of. It's tasting heavy.
No, it's one of those heavier IPAs. So it's not an imperial or anything, is it?
No, just a regular one,
Yeah.
but it just it just says Immortal is a Northwest take on a classic English style golden copper in color and loaded with New World aroma and hops flavor.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, it's good. I'd say, but you'll have to go back and rate yours. But I'm gonna give this guy
Oh yeah.
on the Untapped rating. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a 3.75.
Okay. Pretty not bad.
Yeah, it's better. It's like better than a three. If it was like 3.5, I wouldn't want it, but I could see this. I could see myself drinking more of this, like when we're making dinner later or whatever. Like it's just gonna be a good beer, like you said with yours. It goes well with food.
Yeah. Some beers
And
are
I feel
like
like
that.
this
Some of the more like some of the more flavorful beers are a lot better paired with food than just drinking like just straight up in a lot of them.
Yeah,
I
I can definitely agree.
I'd probably rate mine like a 4, like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's actually really good, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a good sipper. It's good, like, just casual drinking one.
Alright, well, that's the, if you had any of these beers, let us know down in the comments. And if you like these beers, make sure to like the video for that. That gives you a great excuse to like the video right now.
There you go.
But with that being said, I'm going to take a drink and we're going to get into the news section.
Hell yeah.
I said this is a sipper and I'm like crushing it.
Yeah, just drink it as fast as you can.
Yeah. Alright, so we're kind of light on news this week. Not really. It's just something to talk about, you know. Always got something to talk about. So this week, Colin, what's your favorite thing ever in the water, other than itself?
My favorite thing in the water,
Yeah. Besides water.
besides water, probably fish.
Fish? Okay.
Probably
okay.
big
That's
fish guy because you know I'm a big sushi addict.
yeah. He does like his sushi.
So
Okay. What about alcohol? You a fan of alcohol in your water?
okay, you can go ahead and show me where this is
Yeah,
going 'cause
okay.
you're going left field on me.
So a river in Hawaii.
I actually saw this.
Yeah,
I know
so-
where you're going with this now.
A river in Hawaii smelled like beer, and there was an independent laboratory that came through and was like, "Hey, why does this smell like beer? That's not
So
normal."
there's not like a runoff by a nearby brewery or something like that.
Maybe foreshadowing.
Oh, I didn't read the article. I was just like,
No,
literally
yeah.
guessing.
Well, the independent laboratory found that this river was holding a 1.2% ABV.
It's not nothing. That's
Yeah.
more than it should be.
Yeah, that's a quarter of like a Bud Light or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the water should ever be like that. But they said both Hawaii and the health department and the DOT was looking into this, and they found out it was from a runoff water pipe from.
Was it Kona?
No,
Because that's
it
the only
was.
Hawaiian one I know, but
There's a lot of Hawaii breweries.
yeah, I assume so. But that's the only.
Yeah,
big
this one
I
is
know,
from
so-
Paradise Beverages.
Oof, you probably get slapped
Yeah.
with a fine on that one.
Yeah, they were working through the kinks of like what to do about it and how to like clean it up and all that. And yeah, it's
I'm
I
sure
don't
that-
think it's gonna.
I'm sure
I don't
that-
think it's gonna be like a big fine. Like it's not gonna be like millions of dollars or anything devastation, because the way it sounded in the article, it was fine. Like it seemed like it was an accident that it was happening and nobody was actually aware of it. And it also is owned by the DOT. They own the pipe that was leaking, but
Department of Transportation.
yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's from Paradise Beverages. It was just like it was just like an easement for them to be able to say, hey, can we come through? And they're like, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Interesting.
So yeah, so DOT owns the pipe that busted, but it was coming from Paradise Beverages. But yeah,
Hopefully the fish are.
water.
Was that like a pretty like widely used stream, or was it like just like a just like no one gave a shit about?
I think it was pretty used. The people reporting were like hikers and campers around the area. They said that you could smell just beer. Like it just smelled like beer everywhere.
I would be tempted
Somebody-
not to try it. It would be tempting.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Somebody said it smelled like a pub hadn't opened its doors for a week or so.
Also, on a
Just like-
side note, don't drink random river water. There's a
Yeah, you
bunch of
don't know
bacteria
what's
bad
gonna be.
shit in there unless you like super strain it and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
Yeah,
definitely
it
not
could be
condoning
bad
doing
doing
that.
Yeah, definitely not. But yeah, Hawaii has rivers of alcohol. There's that.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I scrolled past that, but I forgot to even look at the article. So that's funny.
You
bring
know
it up.
me. Yeah, you know me. I'm always getting all them articles.
That's what we like to see.
Exactly. So the next article is our friends at ABEV. Go Anheuser-Busch. Guess what they're doing?
Always like to leave it open-ended for me. New release. Let's say that. Let's go.
Yep, you got it. It's kind of new release though. So what it is, it's
Wait, there's a space race. They're also sending their beer to space.
not yet. Give it a year
Just
or two,
saying.
maybe. Yeah, they'll probably be
They're
getting
gonna
into
send it
that
up
one.
with Elon on one of his ships.
Yeah. F the Bez. So Anheuser-Busch is bringing back a beer first brewed in the 1800s. It's called. Okay, so the beer the beer that Anheuser is bringing back is going to be called the St. Louis Lager, and that beer hasn't been brewed since 1950, which, well, that's when it was originally brewed, I should say. It hasn't been brewed since 1890s or so, around there. So it's over 100 years old since it's been distributed and drank and stuff. And it is a darker beer, which started as a regional brew but ended up being distributed all over the world. And I didn't even know they had beer tasting competitions this long ago, but got gold medal in Philadelphia in '86.
No, yeah, literally,
1876.
I just read about that here recently. Is that I think it was that Wired YouTube video I was talking about with all the beer styles on it that I finally broke down and watched. He was telling me that before Prohibition, like there was like craft beer and that kind of stuff was even bigger, almost as big as it is now. Like the variety of different beers, like all over the United States and stuff like that was just like just as big as it is now, like back then. And then Prohibition kind of like wiped that all out, and then only like the big guys were left, like standing
the
after
people who
that.
had
So then all the
money,
craft breweries
yeah.
would branch off of that and stuff like that. So that's what I got from that YouTube video.
Okay. Yeah,
Which, if you wanted, you could link below if you want.
Yeah, I'll throw it in there. It's a long one.
It is
Just,
an hour long, and it literally goes
yeah.
over every goddamn beer style, and it was very, very informative. It was really cool, but you really got to settle down and like be committed to watch it.
One of those Immortal IPA, yeah.
Yeah, drink one of
with that,
those.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, it won gold medal at tasting competitions in Philadelphia in 1876, Paris in 1878, and the good old Amsterdam in 1883. So, this beer, I don't know, 100 years ago was pretty badass. Let's see how it hits the standards today in today's market.
Yeah, I'm sure they got to change something in the recipe. Apparently they can't. I'm assuming they can't just do a 1-for-1 recreation because it never happens like that.
Probably not. Especially after this year. Hell, who knows? Maybe the recipe was on like some old cardboard or something, and it's like, oh shit, does that say Citra hops or Galaxy hops?
That kind of is. I've heard stories of like that with like wine and stuff. Like people will like find like ancient like Egyptian tombs or in beer for that matter, of just like finding old ass recipes and stuff like that, and like bottles of wine that are still intact and still completely sealed shut from that like 1,000 years. Just because like
crazy.
I mean, don't drink it, obviously, but it's just like it's really cool to see how long ago these like ancient civilizations have been drinking alcohol, and it's been a part of like human culture for forever almost.
Yeah, ever. Yeah, pretty much
as long as you know, make sure those grapes like go bad and like you know what? Wonder if this is still good. Chug. Hey, I feel great now.
Yeah.
So
times were simpler.
But there's only like 4 ingredients in beer. So I mean,
at the base level, yeah.
So I mean, it's just variation of those different 4.
Yeah, pretty much. And that pretty much is the news. So, if you have any thoughts or comments about those 2 news, are you excited about that new Anheuser-Busch beer? What about, would you drink water?
Do they have a release date for it, or they talked about brewing it, or they just are like,
nothing.
They're thinking about doing this, probably, maybe.
It is going to happen.
Yeah.
There's just no, like, they're starting it now,
yeah.
essentially. So there's no
Didn't
real
they have
release
like
date? 2022,
They had a pre-prohibition type beer before.
Yeah, I think it was the Reserve or something along the line.
Freedom Reserve. We have the internet. I can look this up. It was the Budweiser Amber Lager, the 1933 Repeal Reserve Limited Edition.
Okay. I bet that was probably pretty alright, honestly. Probably not too bad. I did not try it.
I think maybe that's what it was, or maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I feel like they made multiple ones. But maybe I'm just fucking.
I mean, there was this time with Anheuser where they were pumping out like the Copper Lager, the Freedom Reserve.
Yeah, they were trying a lot of different things. They're like, you know what, we're cool still.
And I could not keep up with the names. I was like, shit, dude. I don't know. Bud Light just keeps it simple. Bud Light Platinum. That's all you got. And now they got seltzers and shit, but like, what happens?
So that's, I mean, Budweiser has been trying to do some like cool things to entice over the craft beer crowd for a while, and it's just like, no one gives a shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily.
The last thing they came out with that was cool was, let me get the name right. I'll let you talk on that. I'll look this up.
I'd say, I don't know if it's them trying to like get into the craft beer, like entice the craft beer drinkers, or just like give different flavors to their already beer drinkers.
Yeah.
Because like you trust the brand. Like if you drink Budweiser every day, you trust whatever the fuck they're going to put out. You're going to like it.
The last thing Budweiser like kind of gimmicky made that I was actually like kind of like surprised how kind of good it was. It was the Budweiser Nitro Reserve Gold. I don't know if you ever had that one. It was a Nitro Budweiser, and it was really cool actually. So they did like the whole like, let's put the nitrous ball or gizmo at the bottom of the can and like nitro the Budweiser, and it was pretty tasty. Honestly, I liked it. I mean, it was Budweiser at its core, but at the same time, like, it was cool.
Oh, it wasn't a dark beer?
No, it was like legitimately Budweiser, like normal.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean, I don't want to talk out my ass here, so I'll definitely look at it.
That's pretty crazy.
I mean,
I just thought the nitro was like usually used in dark beers.
oh, actually, there's no widget in it.
No.
I thought there was.
You
No,
didn't
I
tear
think
it
there was
open.
something at the bottom of it. I could have swore there was something at the bottom of the can that kind of did it, but you had to like shake it to activate it or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be something because
Yeah, you can't just like.
the can itself can't really do it unless it's a very well like engineered can, which I doubt that exists.
Yeah, it was passable. It was okay.
Okay.
So there's that.
Unfortunately, you didn't have Untapped at that point, so you couldn't get the.
No, I absolutely had Untapped at that point. I just didn't use it.
Oh yeah, that's
I've
what
had
I meant.
Untapped since like 2016. I just started using it though because
Well,
like,
that's what I meant. Because now you have a lot of different options, which I mean, Ohio had a lot of options.
oh for sure, I've had like a lot of craft
Well,
beers
yeah.
since 2016 when I started getting into it a lot, but
You
just didn't think putting it on a social media platform. I still don't really think it really matters that much. It's more of a keeping track thing for myself than it is to like anything
a little bit.
else.
I try to socialize on it. It's not very.
Yeah, I mean the app's
sociable.
not really a social app. It's more of like what I'm using it for,
A
to keep
database,
track
yeah.
of your own.
Yep. That
I
is-
wish they would have they could revamp it and make it more, not just user friendly, but more community based.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, they're constantly updating things.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it is definitely the #1 place for beer, like a database of beer.
I mean, I used Beer Advocate before Untapped a lot.
I did not like Beer Advocate, and I don't even. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's not even in the ballpark of being.
I mean, if you type in like any craft beer rating, it was like the first one that comes up. It comes like a lot of them come up like that one comes up a lot more than Untapped does, personally.
I didn't even know it was still you could still rate beers on it.
Oh,
I knew.
I mean, maybe I haven't used the website in forever, but I
Yeah.
just assume that's what usually when I type in craft beer, it comes up for Beer Advocate instead of Untapped. But
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, with that all being said, drop down your Untapped handles and we will give you guys a follow. Or go to our links and give us a follow.
there you go.
Alright, so with the news being done, the Untapped topic being talked about, Bentley checking out Jake.
Yeah, Bentley and Jake are hanging out over there.
We're gonna hop into the pick 6, pick 3, whatever you want to call it. 3 beers from me, 3 beers from Colin. Drink them if you find them. If you don't, still go find them and drink them. And I'll go first.
Yes, sir.
So first one, had it today. It is from Cloudburst Brewing. So you have to go there. It's kind of tough to get these beers, but tell me more. It clocked in about 6%. It was super hazy, super tropical, and just incredibly refreshing. The second one is Elysian from also these guys. This way, yeah, this brand. Yep. It's I probably gonna fuck this one up, but it's called Skalrock. It's a Nordic style pale ale. And I mean, that's all I gotta say, really. Nordic style pale ale. It's like Vikings are badass.
Valid.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vikings, I just had a mead over the last week, like my first time, and since I tried Vikings Blood for the first time, and that was for a while ago, which I loved. And this mead was from Ireland, so that's why I immediately picked it up because I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know they did that pretty big over there. It was really fucking good, and I will next time I go to Total Wine, I will pick up another bottle, not necessarily of that, but another bottle of mead, because I'm like, it just tasted like super sweet wine, and I was just like, this is good as shit.
Yeah, it was very sweet. A little too sweet for myself,
Yeah, it's
honestly.
made with honey, so I mean,
It was sweet.
but it was very good.
Yeah. And then the final one from Deschutes Brewing, or Brewery, Royal Fresh, and a Imperial IPA, clocks in 9%. Perfect shower beer. Had it last night, and
Told you.
I just was like, wow. You know, those Imperials, they go pretty damn hard in the shower.
See?
There's my 3.
Okay,
Throw it down, bruh.
I'm going to talk about one that I don't know necessarily. I've talked about before, but it's one I drink quite regularly now, is the Rainier beer. Just like they're straight up like normal fucking, I think lager. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a lager.
4.6%. Solid lager, blah blah blah. You
Yep.
can only
Better
get it if you're in
than-
the West Coast, so I mean it's not really gonna help most people that listen to this, but very good.
You never know.
Second one is from AleSmith. It's the Speedway Stout, which is like their flagship like beer of like, I think they probably produce the most of. This version of it though, there's like a fucking 100 different versions of this beer. But the one I got had Mexican dark chocolate, sea salt, and Mexican coffee in it. Its ABV was 12%, IBU 70.
12%.
Yeah.
Damn.
Very good. Can't remember what I rated it on tap, but I really liked it. It says that on the website it says you can age this one. It ages pretty well, so if you ever pick one up.
Maybe pick up 2.
Yeah. So would recommend that one. And last one is
Number 6.
the Voodoo Ranger 1985. This IPA. This one I know is pretty wildly distributed. I had not really had any Voodoo Rangers before this one. I think it might have been my first one, honestly. And what I put in the description was probably one of the most fruit-forward IPAs I've ever had. If you like mangoes or less hop flavor, this is a great beer. So basically, it's an IPA, and it has a fuck ton of mango flavor in it, like so much that you don't even taste any of the bitterness, you don't taste any of the alcohol. It's just literally like, it literally just tastes like a mango flavored beer, and it was just like so good.
Agreed.
6.7%. You can't taste any of that alcohol in it at all, so definitely recommend that one. We got it in a variety pack. I assume they sell them individually.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, that was the one because like most of these beers that Matt and I have been recommending are very exclusively West Coast.
Some are, yeah.
I mean, for the most part, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
At least this one is a little bit more of a wide distribution, but I think it's a hazy. It's a New England IPA. So yeah, check that one out. If you don't like super hoppy beers and you like fruit forward beers more, just because it's an IPA, I wouldn't shy away from it.
Yeah, definitely not.
So
Well, good job on that pick 6, guy. Well, pick 3, whatever you want to call it.
thank you, sir.
Well, and that means it's cheers time. It is the end of the podcast. It is like that time o'clock.
It is that time o'clock.
And we have to cheers some distance here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Make sure to check us out. All the links below. And then we'll see you next Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 Eastern, noon for you Eastern folk. So, cheers and have a good night or day or whatever you're watching this.
Nice.